In this video, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on a 2024 Lexus IS300 all-wheel drive. Alright, that's it for the Lexus oil change. So I used about 5.5 to 6 liters of oil. And the tools that you need to get this thing done, you're going to need a 10 mil for the oil filter beauty cover. You're going to need a 14 mil for the oil pan bolt, and you're going to need this 64 by 14 flute oil filter wrench, and that's how I use it. Worked great. And you're going to need the oil filter from Toyota Lexus if that's what you want, and here's the part number. And I'm going to put this on the receipt just so that if I ever sell this car, I can verify that, you know, I bought a genuine Toyota. Cannot even get this thing into power band once. It's just fully loaded with traffic ahead of me. Probably the 10 mil. Why did I even grab the 11? Now, I thought the oil filter was going to be in the rear because that's what I seen on YouTube. But maybe this is a different kind of car here because I'm in Canada, so this could be a Canadian model. This is an all-wheel drive car. I think the American ones are rear wheel drive, so there's a little bit of a difference. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there it is. And then the drain pan is right there as well. And there's the transmission. Very nice. Okay, let's get to it. Oh yeah, it's a 14. So the only thing you need to do this oil change is a 14 mil socket for the oil pan bolt. And then you need a 10 mil for this one here, for these bolts here that expose the oil filter itself. That was on there super loose. Let's see if we can get the aim just right. Beauty. Would you look at that? Some pretty nice looking oil. Still fairly brown for 1,500 kilometers, honestly. Fairly brown. What I like to do here is I like to open this up so it flows a little better. And then what's this one say? Engine oil dipstick. I've never even checked that, not once. Got a bunch of rags here. Put some rags down so we won't have any issues. Brand new car here. Not that that really matters, can always just wash it off. I believe that goes on there like that. Okay, this thing was way too loud. I will just use my drill. We got a little brake clean here. I like this. Took me a while to get one of these, but it's the way to go. You cannot put brake clean in a spray bottle, it'll melt the internal parts of the pump and a trigger sprayer, and it just will stop spraying eventually after, you know, a couple weeks or a month or two or days. This thing is like, there we go. That was on there pretty good. I'll torque it after, at the very end, when I go do my retest. The 3/4 inch drive, or whatever size that is there. I was tripping. That socket. I knew that it was ready like that. Flashlight's falling off my head. Okay, let that just drizzle there before it makes a big mess. Open up the oil. This Lexus here takes 0W20. Let's see what we got here. This is the Kirkland Signature, fully synthetic. I'm a Costco guy for sure. I just really enjoy Costco, and it has done me well. And some of the stuff that Costco pumps out is generally pretty good. And to me, I don't really, as long as their motor oil here says Dexos for gasoline engines, and you know, it's got that stamp on there, that's all you really need. And the API stamp right here, that means it's quality. And it says synthetic too. I'll be dumping this oil out anyway in the next 1,500 kilometers. And then after that, I'll do an oil change on this car every 3,000. Better safe than sorry with the oil changes. Better to just go overkill on oil changes. Here's the old air filter, oil filter with 1,500 kilometers on it from a brand new engine. Car only has 1,500 kilometers. That's what I'm seeing. If you guys want to see how much, if there's any metal particles in there, I'll kind of wreck the filter here just to have a look. I think I do see some metal particles in there. Nothing outrageous, just the finest of finest metal silt in there. Yeah, there you can see it shining a little bit. There's metal particles in there, which is to be expected. I'm not seeing, you know, big metal particles like a bolt broke in there. There's like just the tiniest little bit. If you can't see it, there's like microscopic shavings in there. Not concerned at all. Okay, I'm just gonna carefully pull this off. Move this thing up. Okay, so I just looked it up and found it out. This here, there's something going on here with this thing. Alright, I'm not sure how to take it off, but apparently this is a cap here that comes off, and then you insert this into here once this cap is off, and then you can drain your filter housing with this little spigot here, rather than making a little bit of a mess and taking more time. It's not really that bad if you don't use this. Wasn't too bad, you've seen it. Alright, let's get this thing back up in there. Should have put a piece of cardboard down. Totally forgot I was gonna spill oil in here. This back up in there. Let's just make sure everything looks nice and clean. And it is, because this car's brand new. Get this thing nice on here, nice and snug. Doesn't have to be crazy tight, just snug. There, it feels like it bottomed out. It's snug. Give it a little yoink. Get some brake clean here. Wipe this area down now. With the brake clean. Time to pour the oil in now. I know this is a weird filter funnel. My normal funnel is all dirty. I used it for literally dirty water, so I was looking at my nice big funnel a minute ago and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not cleaning that out. Hopefully I don't wreck anything there. I think this takes 5.5 liters. And I'm using 0W20. Okay, take a quick peek under here. Not dumping oil out of anywhere. Everything was tightened up properly. We'll go hit the engine quick. Oh, this is nice. This car's up so high. I can't even see. It looks like it was overfull, but it's probably just splashed around. So if you want to get your oil just dialed in perfect. Oh, it looks like it's empty. Oh, I can't. Oh no, it looks like it's 3/4 on the line here now. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just I'll leave that open and I'll let it sit for a few minutes just to let the oil do its thing in there. So I put 5 liters in, spun the engine up, and it's not enough. I know, this is a bit much. I'm definitely a perfectionist. I can't help it. Oil's gotta be like just perfect. No matter how long it takes, perfectly right in the middle and perfectly drained and all of that stuff. It's all splashed around now. You can't get a good reading. I hate that. Some vehicles are like that. My wife's vehicle is really like that. It takes 15 minutes to check the oil. It splashes around too much. And my beater car out there, that 2013 Chevy Sonic, it doesn't matter. However, the design of the oil dipstick in the pan or whatever, you can check it instantly and it's just perfect. 2013 Chevy Sonic. I might do an oil change on that one today. I always put a cloth down here so that when the engine oil is hammering into this plastic surface, it doesn't bounce back up quite as well and spray everywhere, because that usually does happen. You put this cloth here, it stops that quite a bit. And I was also hoping that it would catch any metal particles as they came down, and I basically see no metal particles in here, so the engine breaking in is going fine. There isn't too many metal shavings. There's basically none. I found the smallest amount of metal shavings in the filter. They were tiny.